Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are doing, spoiler warning, I am doing the Avengers Endgame movie review. And again, spoilers, I am doing the Endgame movie review. Spoilers, you have been warned, there's no backing out now. Getting on to our video, I saw Endgame and I was very excited to see it. Now, I know there will be some criticisms between Infinity War and Endgame. Personally, I kind of want to see Infinity War for psychological damages, but let's not get on a rant about that now, shall we? We better not get in that whole rant, because I will rant that for like a couple of hours if you let me. But I can't do that, so let's not do that. But, now Endgame had some real final issues that some people may or maybe not agree with. Like, for example, Iron Man, aka Robert Downey Jr., is dead. Point blank, he dies using the Infinity Gauntlet because he exerts so much strength and power that his body could handle to when he literally snapped Thanos and his army out of existence. And even though it was well needed and well deserved, poor Tony died, leaving behind his poor wife, Pepper, and their beautiful daughter. Honestly, I thought he got a son, but daughter's fine too, following the comics and stuff. But most of their contracts were already up, so it's like he had to die eventually. Don't come at me. Look, he admitted he wanted to be done with Iron Man, the first movie or the first Avengers movie. He told to kill him off. Another side note, in addition, then there's Captain America, good old Captain America, fight for home, the land, the free, and the brave, and ooh, Chris Evans. Again, sorry, again. When he goes to return the stones in the rightful place, he doesn't come back automatically. It was like a few minutes on their side, was a couple more in his time. Like, so he stayed behind. Went back with Peggy. Because if you remember in Civil War, Peggy married someone else. Because when he got married, put on ice, she had to live her life. And then they had a daughter, Sharon, who he kissed. Could have been his daughter. Ooh, theories. Ooh. But when he comes back as an old man. Like, literally old. And he's apparently lived his wife Peggy out for a few years. And that's fine. But, like, I think this is a very, you know, happy ending for Captain America. Because this is the end that he's always wanted. He's always wanted to be the girl of his dreams. He's always wanted to live, like, have a normal life. Like, he's literally, like, he's put on ice for 70 years. And then woken up in the modern world of the 21st century, he would kind of seem out of place, even though I assumed he got the serum that he wouldn't age at all. But apparently I was wrong. Like, way wrong. And, he deserved a happy end to have kids, have a wife, be with the one he truly loved, because in Civil War, Civil War, she dies. I'm like, you watch the love of your life, not being like a PB, you have to die of old age. That's kind of right. Then you want to grow with your partner in old age, and then when you die for then you soon follow suit, in the sense. Let me, hold on. I have a video playing in the background, and my Wi-Fi sucks in my room, so it's not loading very well. Yeah. I think overall, as Captain America have served in the MCU universe, that he deserved to have a final ending of his own. And I see nothing wrong with that. I'm assuming that, he eventually stepped down from the mantle, and he did. And he chose the predecessor, which we will get into the next film. But going back, Johnny Stark, he went from completely, number one, a playboy, to someone who put his own life on the line to correct his wrong ways. Ooh, that's a lot, Tony. There's a lot to put on your shoulders, to say the least. And you see it throughout his own films and the Marvel films and all the Avengers films, even when they were assembled, even in Infinity Wars, when him and Cap had eventually put their differences aside eventually, and then coming back. And Endgame, still bad as hell, but that's how Tony Stark is. Tony Stark is the guy who tries to control everything, but in result ends up giving up his own life in just those small moments that the world is safe. It was the other people who he loved, who he trusted, who he inspired. Like, the fellow people were like his where, like, the fellow Avengers who are all still left are friends who will follow in his footsteps, like his wife Pepper and their beloved little girl Morgan, which I thought was very, very sweet. And then we have Steve Rogers, who is the complete opposite of Tony Stark. Like, completely opposite, kind-hearted, generous, thoughtful, boyfriend material you can bring home to your parent, just saying. But at the end of the movie, Steve goes back in time to live life as Tony had told him to go back and decide time to settle down. Maybe not opt to do the whole Captain America thing, or he did it, chose to get frozen ice and chose to live out his, like military days, like come back from the war and settle down, have a family, have kids. Like those good, watch your kids have grandkids, things like that. And then also start to show on a leave of life when he's back with his true love. And then just does everything back before the first movie happened. Don't go on ice. Don't be placed in a world where he's out of place. Think about it. Captain America did his job. And looking back on Winter Soldier, Civil War, you could basically tell he was a man that was out of time. He's a man that was in the 1950s or so, and then got placed in the 21st century where he had to get used to like all this modern technology, which he wasn't used to. He was supposed to be struggling with like the whole like 20% concepts and then gadgets like phones or radios or microwaves that probably seemed a little strange at him because that wasn't his time era. He didn't belong here in the 21st century. So I think earn the stones was his chance at a second life to get back what he's always wanted, to have a normal life. Not to be this big shot hero and then be out of place and to don't have any idea what's going on in the world. And I think with him going with Peggy, he truly belonged to say this selfless act to see when all said and done that he deserves to be happy, and I think he has the right to be happy. In all honesty, and if you hear scratching in the background, that is my dog, Miracle. Stop, please, thank you, I love you. Sorry about that. But then we also see him giving Sam his shield and trusting Sam, who has been his partner before Steve knew Bucky was even alive, and has been through thick and thin, always playing around with him, so giving him his shield because he knows Sam can handle the responsibility. And plus, his best friend Bucky will be there by his side to help him along the way with the whole Captain America like responsibilities and stuff. So it should be fine. I hope it's fine. Oh boy, sticker stay down. I have the sticker in my laptop that won't stay down. That's why I keep turning my head over like 5 seconds to make sure it stays down. But like, the whole meaning in life of Steve Rogers, like a whole soldier coming home, settling down, having kids, and then, either you go first or your spouse go first. That's the whole journey of Steve's life, and then he just wanted to explain that for himself. Now, Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff. I'm kind of sad that she died, but I feel like she knew what she had to do with retrieving the Soul Stone, because she wasn't gonna let Clint waste his life because he had a family right there. Her only family was basically Avengers, and she didn't even know her father, because when they went to go check on the Soul Stone, the Red Skull guy, the keeper of the Soul Stone, knew her father's name and no idea who her parents were, including who's her father. So to see her realize that, she's like, okay, now I can not really be looking for my dad because I'm about to die for the Soul Stone. But at least she knows some part of her old life. But she knew that when Nebula told her what happened to Gamora for the Soul Stone, one soul for her, literally in the title of the stone. Stop it, mama. One soul for a soul. So when he did the Soul Stone, he had to change it first. So that's why Thanos was like, when he went to sacrifice Gamora in that scene, little Gamora asks, was it worth it sacrificing your daughter that you truly love for a stone? And he thought yes, then he didn't feel guilty. Now with Clint, when he saw Natasha sacrifice herself for the stone, he didn't get a scene. He just felt angry because she did it and it wasn't him. Because he felt like all the crimes that he did after the, the snap, that he didn't deserve to live. But Natasha's like, no, you have something worth to live for. You have a family. You have kids that you can teach. And she's like, my family was young, y'all need to live it. And bases her like repent. She's done her best before she met the Avengers, and things like that. So I think this is her chance to give Clint a chance for a second life. Even though she is getting her own solo movie and her own story arc in the MC universe. I don't know how that's gonna play out, but we'll find out eventually. And then the number one question at the end of the Endgame movie: who in the world was that kid in Endgame? Like at Tony Stark's funeral, who's that kid? So apparently, I did some digging and found out that kid was from Iron Man 3. Apparently, some kid he was involved with or saved in some portion of Iron Man 3. He's all grown up and he came to the funeral, which I thought was very touching because you can see the thought and the dedication to Tony Stark's life and how many people he's touched in his life that attended his funeral. I thought it was very sweet. And that's when he decided to become Iron Man, to save people, to be that beacon of hope that started all and Avengers to begin with, which I thought was very sweet and touching. Let's get on to the joke at the end of the movie when Thor's with the Guardians. He says Asgard of the Galaxy. Even though it's an actual thing in the Marvel Comics, this new path that Thor is taking, going across the galaxy with the crew, with Star-Lord in the crew, it's going to be very interesting, very funny, because they're getting their own third movie too, which is going to be really interesting. And maybe a possibility at Thor 4, but there's no clues, rumors, and details of any of that happening just quite yet. So we'll see and find out. And also with Thor making Valkyrie queen of the new Asgards that are remaining on Earth, it's going to be a new twist to see if they leave us hoping to see if she has a more bigger role or a future role in the MCU universe, which I would love to see. Girl power, woot woot. There's a lot of it in this movie, and I loved it. But I would love to see Valkyrie have her own story arc or her own movie in the MCU universe. Come on, all female Marvels movies, come on now. We're already been confirmed that, Scarlet Witch is getting one. Maybe Black Widow's getting one, Scarlet Witch maybe, Storm. And by the way, even though Tom Steve Rogers does go back in time to return all the stone, wouldn't that mean Vision came back too? Somebody fix Vision. Give Wanda back her boyfriend. That's all I want. Give her back Vision Wanda's ships. That's what I want. Give it back. Just a little bit. Just a little. That's my little rant right there. I'll insert rant. But give back WandaVision. Come on, she was happy with Vision. If you're all stone, Vision should have came back. But apparently not. That's not how it works. I wish it did, but no. Well, and then we have Gamora. Oh, yes, she died in Infinity War. She dead. She dead. But then when you go to time travel back 5 years ago to that Gamora who had never met the Guardians in her entire life and was still Thanos' daughter, and then after a while hated his entire guts. This will be interesting in the new take of the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, because Quill has to find her because, well, that Gamora doesn't even remotely remember why she fell in love in Star Wars to begin with when good nobody had told her. That'll be very interesting. Now let's revert back to Sam Wilson having the shield of Captain America, who will be dubbed the new Captain America. That'll be very interesting. I'm sure in the comics somewhere there have been others who have taken up the mantle of Captain America, like Bucky, White Wolf, kinda, just saying. Sam has been very active longer than Bucky, so it makes sense why Steve would give Sam his shield in the first place. And as Bucky will be alongside with Sam to serve as his partner to help him with the responsibilities of carrying the shield, because to let Sam getting used to the setting or the title of carrying President and famous shield around to be Captain Marvel, to embody what he once was, will be very interesting to say the least. And then the important moment, well, to me anyway, is when Steve, Captain America, wields Thor's hammer. A magnificent moment in my sense, because I'm like, he was worthy all along, and Thor knew it. Like, Thor had a feeling he just didn't want to say anything, because he's like, wait, if he lifts this, he will Asgard. I can't have that. And it's like, nope, you're not worthy. And then Vision lifts it. I'm like, wait, my robot cannot roll Asgard. Hold up. That was kind of funny when Vision had Thor back his hammer. He's like, oh, am I worthy? I'm like, no, you can't. No, you can't rule. Sorry, but you can't be Oscar. You need to say Wanda. Sorry. You would make a very interesting king, but he has to understand more human emotions first before he can actually be king. But yeah, let's not go down that route. But and also, can we talk about Professor Hulk? Like, if he could have done this like early on, I think they would have had much better chance. Like Hulk and Banner, brains and bronze combined. This was very interesting. I'm like, and you can do this 5 years later after the fact that both you and Hulk got defeated by Thanos. Okay, gotta let that one go. But after Professor Hulk snaps everybody back to life, leading up to the past Thanos attacking the Avengers. And the fight scene that happens during that part of Thanos attacking and Thanos just waiting for them to come up from the rubble is when Captain America has Thor's hammer and he wields it, he picks it up, lifts it up like no problem, like light as a feather, and throws it like a dang boomerang. Thor, we hear Thor say in the background or cut to his actual part of the screen, "I knew it," and you were like, "Yep, he was worthy," and I just got a little bit happy, just a little bit. Okay, I got a lot happy, very happy at that moment. I was cheering in my seat. Cause remember in Age of Ultron when he could barely lift it up barely like an inch, and Thor got nervous, and then returned to Endgame, pick it up with ease. Yeah, and throwing the hammer at Thanos. Beautiful, beautiful moment, and I enjoyed it. I'm not crying, you're crying, but anyway. There's just one theory going around that why Captain America was so easily able to pick up Thor's hammer. It could be the possibility that he was still harboring, carrying the secret that he knew that Bucky murdered Tony's parents. And once he confessed that in Civil War, it just meant he was already worthy enough to pick up the hammer to begin with. But directors will disagree with my theory because they said Captain America was worthy to begin with. But that's just my little spiel on the whole worthiness of Captain America picking up Thor's hammer. And then also at the end where all the girls from the MCU universe like Shuri, Okoye, Pepper, Valkyrie, Scarlet Witch, and Miss Marvel, Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, all girls, trying to deliver and Hope, who's the Wasp, to Ant-Man, or to somebody to do the snap to vanquish Thanos' army. That is girl power. I respect that, but I'm not gonna rant too long. But I hope you enjoyed this Endgame movie review. And again, like I said, the first one, spoilers. So please, if you have not seen the movie, I do not want to be the one to spoil it for you. I incredibly enjoyed the film, so hopefully you enjoy the film as well when people do see it. And comment down below, do you have any theories about this movie too, or any questions you may have about this movie? I hope that if you do, you would comment down below in the comment section to let me know if y'all have any questions about the movie or any more theories that I may have about the Endgame movie, because I would love to hear y'all responses and comments about it. So let me know down in the comments below, and I hope you have a wonderful night and enjoy your summer vacation and go see Endgame, and then tell your friends about my channel, share on Twitter, share on Instagram, share on Facebook, share on Snapchat, because that's where I mostly post up my video updates on Snapchat of when I post these videos. So go share. I hope y'all enjoy this movie review, and I hope you have a nice night. Bye.